Today, I'm gonna do something I've always wanted to do, but I've never done. I'm going solo whitewater kayaking through Browns Canyon, and I'm gonna do a self-support trip. I'm gonna spend the night having only the things that I can pack into my kayak with me. I'm gonna do something really special tonight. I'm going into Browns Canyon totally by myself, only with what I can pack into my kayak. Browns Canyon is one of the classic runs on the Arkansas River. It has rowdy whitewater and lots of solitude. Browns Canyon has recently become a national monument. Today's video is sponsored by Amazfit with their T-Rex 2 smartwatch. This watch is super rugged and ready to go on your next adventure. It has all the fitness, tracking, GPS, heart rate, blood oxygen levels, all the stuff you want out of a smartwatch. It's gonna be really neat to look back at the data of what my trip was, how far it was, how fast I was moving. It's gonna log exactly where I went. This is gonna be a great trip to run this watch through its paces. It seems like the summers always slip away and I never get a chance to do this trip. Well, today's the day. I am at the put-in for Browns Canyon. I'm about to launch. Isn't this gorgeous? I just love Browns Canyon. All right, here we are. This right here is it. I'm gonna jump out of my boat and go check it out. Oh, this is great. Wow, this is over the top. There's even a picnic table here. Who brought a picnic table in a raft and left it here? I don't know, but it's gonna be nice to have. There's some really neat tent spots over here. There's trails going off over here, so I'm guessing there's more. Right on the water, giant granite cliffs. This is gonna be an epic spot. I cannot wait to spend the night here. What more could you ask for? It's time to set up camp and think about dinner. Oh, man, that was cool. So we are in here now. We're in Browns Canyon. I've got my camp set up. There's actually a picnic table here. Boy, thank you. So as I sit here, I can check the weather. It's saying it's gonna be 55 tonight. I went 4.06 miles to get in here as my kayaking workout, and I like that this watch actually has it even specifically for kayaking, which is kind of cool. It's gonna be really interesting just to look at the the data off of a trip like this. You know, this is something I do all the time. But you know, usually I'm just back here doing my thing, and it's gonna be really fun to see what this watch is telling me about my experience, about the things that I'm not even tuned into. So it is a gorgeous night. The sun is setting. I'm in Browns Canyon, one of my favorite places in the whole world. I've got an amazing place I pitched my tent. It's gonna be a great night in here. A lot of times on backcountry trips, we'll bring dehydrated backpackers food. That's really great. You know, you boil some water, you pour it in a little package, you roll it up, you let it sit for 10, 15 minutes. The next thing you know, you've got pesto pasta. It's really good. On a trip like this where it's just me in one kayak, and it's a smaller kayak than like what I would take through the Grand Canyon, I'm playing it smart. So let's look in here. In my bag, I have my trusty Garmin inReach. This goes everywhere in the backcountry with me. This is a satellite messenger. This will allow me to get help if I need it. Got a headlight, good to have. It's gonna get dark. I usually carry a tiny little medical kit on a trip like this where I know I'm not too far from civilization. On a bigger trip, I would carry a much larger kit. And let's see what's in here. So this is in my Watershed dry bag. Totally keeps everything in here dry, but double sealed my dinner just to be safe. Let's see, what do we got? Ooh, it says Subway. So yeah, I just got a Subway sandwich from the local Subway restaurant, and I roll it up. This is a foot long. I'll have half of it for dinner, half of it for breakfast. And you know, this doesn't take up much space in my boat. It's light, it tastes good, and this is really all I need to get me through one night in the backcountry. So, I don't know about you, but I am kind of hungry. It's a little squished, but I don't care. It's going to taste the same. Bon appetit. I do have a water filter with me. It's a gravity-fed water filter, so I just go fill up a little bag, hang it from a tree branch, and come back 10, 15 minutes later, and I've got a whole 3 liters of clean water. This is really an easy way to just get out in the backcountry, get away from the hustle and bustle of town, and just kind of relax. I really can't believe there's a picnic table here. It's kind of over the top. You know, I think you don't really appreciate a picnic table until you get to a place like this where you don't expect one, and then you find one. You know, I was planning on just sitting on a rock tonight, so this is deluxe. I think it's gonna be a beautiful night here. It's gonna be fun to kind of catch up on some of my sleep. I've been going really hard lately, a lot of driving, a lot of events, a lot of everything it feels like. So it's gonna be really nice just to kind of unwind back here tonight. Tomorrow, I'll get up, pack up all my gear, and paddle the rest of Browns Canyon, which is gonna be super fun. So I just came back from a nice little hike. I hiked up here onto these big rocks that overlook the canyon below. Yesterday, paddling in here, I used my watch. Let's see here, it says to paddle into this point, which is midway through Browns Canyon, I've gone 4.6 miles. My average speed was 3.48. It tells me it took me an hour and 10 minutes to get into here. My max speed was 8.56. That must have been in one of the rapids. I burned 287 calories and a lot more information. It gives me heart rate, speeds. It actually gives me a graph that shows me how fast I was going when. I don't know, if you're a nerd like me and you like to geek out on this type of information, it's pretty interesting, especially on an adventure like this where you can use this type of technology to really look back and see what happened when. It's kind of fun, you know? I don't think this technology should ever distract you from really being out here and enjoying it, but I try to use it as a supplement to know kind of where I am, what's going on, how long I've been going, how far I've been going. And it's really neat to have that data after the fact. This was a really great spot for me to camp last night. So here in a minute, I'm gonna pack up everything, I'm gonna put it all back in my kayak, and I'm gonna continue through Browns Canyon. Now, we've only had some of the smaller rapids so far, so we're getting ready to get into the bigger rapids, and it's gonna be really fun. All right, made it back to the van. It is a warm, beautiful, sunny day. What a cool trip Browns Canyon is. For those of you who aren't kayakers and just want to go through Browns Canyon and experience it, there is a ton of commercial rafting companies in the Arkansas River Valley between Salida and Buena Vista. So give one of them a call, get on a trip. It is something really special to get to spend time back in Browns Canyon. The Amazfit T-Rex 2 watch has been great. It's got all my data from this trip. I'm gonna stick it on Strava. It'll be fun to share with my friends. And also I can go back and look and see exactly where I went on the map. I can see how long it took me, how many miles I went. All that fun data is fun to look at. Plus the sleep data from last night. I'm gonna be really interested to see how does my sleep patterns change versus being in the van versus in a tent on the ground. I want to thank you guys all for watching this video. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It means a lot to us. It really will help our channel grow. Please leave a comment down below. If there's something that you saw in the video that you have a question about, leave a comment, leave a question. I will respond to all of them. Thank you so much for watching. Browns Canyon, what an awesome place. Come and check it out for yourself. I hope to see you guys somewhere over the horizon.